again, welcome to Pearl Magazine. Tonight, we promise a vintage show as we take you to China's Ningxia Autonomous Region, where local wine growers hope their products can soon be part of your wine collection. First up, gadgets, grit, and plain old sweat were on display at a recent sports and leisure expo. One of the bigger trends in fitness is how to harness technology to raise more interest in sports among youth. Our Douglas George risked burning a few calories to find out if better fitness can be had at home instead of the gym.
Since its launch in 2017, the Sports and Leisure Expo has showcased a wide variety of products, arts, and hobby supplies, as well as sports and interest classes. Visitors enjoyed free trials, fitness activities, and workshops during the 7-day event. Products and services were featured in 10 themed zones. One dominant theme this year was the at-home fitness trend, meaning you can dump the pricey gym membership and still stay fit?
We have seen a big growth in people buying products to work out at home. Because nowadays we know that even when you're at home, we can use resistance bands, we can use TRX, we can use foam rollers to make sure that we work on finding a better version of ourselves. Meaning we can do simple workouts, we can do some mobility or flexibility workouts at home as well.
Research suggests we should be working out 30 to 40 minutes per day. That means either going to your gym every day or doing more exercise at home. There's a piece of equipment for all contingencies.
A lot of times we see on the streets, we'll see a rounded shoulder posture, or we might see our knees cave in. So these two things we can do stuff at home to make sure that we correct these bad habits or bad movement patterns.
All the sitting Hong Kong people do at the office makes us rigid and tight. A PT can teach how to use at-home equipment, or like most activities in the digital era, you can watch videos on the internet to learn each one.
People in Hong Kong are stuck in this slouch position. So what we are trying to do is to get some counter movements going on so that we can kind of counteract what we do every single day. Since we are sitting here, so we want to make sure we are producing force to go up and to extend everything. So we're flexing and we're extending and externally rotating everything. And then come back.
And this helps people do what?
So because we are sitting there whole day, we want to work on our extensors so that we can open up our body, so that when we do stand up, we can be nice and tall. That's our goal. So we will now do the
PT Andy reminds me to maintain an active plank. Ears, shoulders, hips, and ankles should be in a straight line, in spite of the lumps. At-home exercise is not the same as taking out a gym membership. It is cheaper to buy the equipment, but then you have to actually use it. There's always the danger it will end up with all the other at-home exercise stuff bought throughout history at the back of the closet.
Does motivation come with the equipment, or do you have to pay extra for that?
I'll say both. When you get the equipment, there's an exercise manual, and you can also check out the official channel of the products. There's also guides and motivation.
Well, how do you prevent this from ending up in the bottom of your closet?
Yeah, I would say one thing that the founder of this product has done is that he has developed a education system and philosophy on training so that everyone is on board. So when they get the product, they'll know what to do with it. You are in active playing, you're doing a great job. Let's make it tougher by taking half a step forward again. Oh, yeah.
Trainers, always faster, higher, stronger. Recovery is as much a part of fitness as the workouts. After that rigorous display, it's time to bring out the big guns of fitness gadgetry. It's generally called a percussive massage device, or pump gun, and it seems every booth at the expo has their own version, which claims to speed muscle recovery, prevent muscle damage, and promote therapeutic muscle relaxation. Let's pull the trigger.
All right, Keel, what's this gadget all about?
So actually, it's a progressive massage gun. So it's used to relieve your muscle pain, muscle soreness, and it can stimulate your blood circulation. So it can also prevent a lot of different muscle injury.
Designed to be used after exercise.
Or before. Also, it can work.
Oh, before.
Yeah, it can use to warm up your muscle to prevent more injury.
Is it a gimmick or is there really therapeutic properties to this?
Actually, it's not only just a gimmick. It really works because actually around a century before, there are already some physiotherapists using this kind of device to solve the patient's problem, the muscle problem.
I've been through a strenuous workout recently.
Okay.
Why don't you
sure,
why don't
directly
you
have
try-
a demonstration.
Oh.
So it's the
Oh.
highest speed.
Wow.
Compatible?
I would have guessed this would be like a licensed mugging, but actually that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you come with this?
No, but you can do it yourself.
Okay.
If you like, you can ask me.
Okay.
Or you can just stretch on your own. Probably not as fun. Any sport has to seize the attention of new and young players if it is to be considered popular or relevant. Old established sports may not have to do much to attract players, but the more obscure ones have to work harder. This climbing school decided to work smarter by merging the latest augmented reality projection technology with its climbing wall.
It was pretty cool because you can set different problems. So bouldering gyms, you have one problem and then you just keep climbing that problem. But on this wall, you can do so much. You can set a lot of problems with just the same rocks.
Yes.
So while you're teaching, you can set it up on the wall, they'll mark it with circles so kids can follow that.
The company says that before the technology was introduced, the proportion of youngsters learning to climb was around 30%. Now that's jumped to 50%.
Kids who just passes by, sees the projector, keeps telling them, oh, I want to try that, I want to try that. Everyone, even adults, they're like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they end up taking a class and then getting more into the sport.
The key is the gaming problems that can also focus on specific training goals.
So she thinks she's just playing a game, but she's actually rock climbing already, right? Yeah, she's working on her endurance. Then the score up there is just to basically motivate people, right? Because everyone likes to be competitive. It looks like a game, but if you're an actual climber and if you're bored doing the same old routine, you could actually give this a try.
Sometimes one sport can gain from another to enhance the fitness experience. Yoga instructor Alman Wong thinks stand-up paddlers could gain a lot from her discipline.
When you do wakeboard, when you do other wake skate and all the other activities on the water, you have the speed to help you, and sometimes it's a little bit easier to balance. But when we do SUP in Hong Kong, we do it on the sea. So we need to have really raw balance and the technique from standing on the board and not falling. So you really need to have good balance, good flexibility that you can catch yourself when you fall, and good core strength. So we train so much in yoga. Yoga helps you to improve your flexibility, balance, and strength. So sometimes I tell people if you do yoga on a regular basis, it will definitely help you on the board. And some people did not want to believe it until they get on the board and they feel the difference.
The former movie star says she's familiar with the perpetual problem of how instructors or coaches keep their students motivated.
As an instructor, when you walk your talk, people can feel it. And when people see the effect of exercise on your body, on people's life, and I think people will get more motivated to keep exercising. And also, I think the trend is really important too now. The exercise and staying healthy is really like a trend right now. A lot of people are paying more money, attention, spending more time on exercising and on investigating in living a healthier lifestyle.
How do you keep yoga fresh and new?
You know, yoga is a very different form of exercise because it's like a 5,000 plus year old form of exercise. And I think as an instructor, we need to keep improving our knowledge And we need to factor all our personal life experience into our teaching to make it interesting for our students. Because if you talk about the postures, it's always the same pose every class. But then how do you make the same pose becomes more interesting and more fun to try to achieve it? I think it really depends on how you deliver it as an instructor. So for me, I will always try to level myself up in learning different kind of sports, different kind of trend in all the other aspects related to sport, whether it's outdoor sport, indoor sport. So you can kind of pull in what you learn from other sport into the yoga and make it make sense for your students.
After the break, wines from vines that are simply divine. Stay with us.